And now the magical Bitcoin predictor ball. Here we go. Will the price of Bitcoin be higher this time next week? I think last week it wouldn't answer. Oh, on the line. Most likely. Most likely. So there you have it. The price is going higher. The ball hath spoken. It's Gates versus Musk as the world's richest men spar over Bitcoin. Bill Gates has been going on TV this week telling everyone that you shouldn't invest in Bitcoin unless you're as rich as Elon Musk. Meanwhile, Elon Musk continues to alternate between Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Whose side are you on? Gates or Musk? Ben Ark, choose a side.
These rich guys battling it out. They're just people, and they've got opinions. Bill Gates used to be quite fond of Bitcoin once upon a time, but now he's got a bee in his bonnet about the environmental issues with Bitcoin, which, transactions do have a very large carbon footprint, but all that's being worked on. It's not like Bitcoin hashing power is a diesel engine and can only use diesel to run. It can use anything to run, and it does incentivize greener energy. And crikey, well, I mean, this is what it basically boils down to with Bill Gates, is the environmental stuff. But, our medium of exchange, our international medium of exchange beyond the reach of a single government is the petrol dollar. So, it's literally linked to oil production. So, I wouldn't feel too bad about Bitcoin's carbon footprint. And as transaction throughput through things like Taproot, when that gets activated, and Lightning Network and Liquid, transaction throughput increases, the concept of just a transaction being one person sending one value from one person to another, that'll seem very antiquated quite soon, because a transaction will contain a lot of economic movement. So it's kind of an old argument which is falling back on. I'm not quite sure why, because before he was quite progressive when it came to Bitcoin, and there were some parts of it which he quite liked. Maybe it's just in response to Elon kind of pumping it. He feels like he's got a comment, so when he's interviewed, he makes a comment. So, but yeah, I think technologically wise, I think he still probably quite likes it, but he's just obviously reserved on the environmental stuff. But we'll keep working on that, and then hopefully in the future he'll like us again.
Bill Gates has got to upgrade his operating system. It's like he's still running Windows 95. He just hasn't thought this through. Dan Eve, the crypto raptor.
Well, I think that Bill Gates is obviously, the foundation's done a lot, and he's very. So I'd agree. Actually, I reckon. I don't think Jobs would have been into it, and I've a few thoughts coming into my head just then. Plot twist: what if Bill Gates was actually Satoshi? And now he's just like, he's just trying to be he's so humble about it. He's just like, yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah, some of the code was kind of ugly. Yeah, I could see that. Josh Shigala, Gates or Jobs?
We all know that Windows was really a 32-bit extension on a graphical shell to a 16-bit patch to an 8-bit operating system, originally coded for a 4-bit microprocessor, which was written by a 2-bit company which can't stand 1 bit of competition. And it's kind of like the Bitcoin maximalists. They can't stand 1 bit of competition either. So I think it'll be.
And to be honest, if I have $30 billion, I'd probably spend it on yachts, blackjack, and hookers. Just party, and party. Everyone's invited.
Party every night and all of the day, or something like that. And it sounds like what Andreas said. If your money can't buy hookers and blow, what good is your money? But no, what I would spend the $30 billion on, since I get a chance to spend it here, is I'm going to expand on my idea of a Smithsonian museum in every single state.
I knew it.
In every state, but I want to expand it, Martin. I've got more. That TV show, Antique Archaeology, where the guys drive around in a bus and they buy old American stuff and they dig out cars and stuff. I have total employment for all Americans and all people of the world as we set up more museum opportunities. You can bring in this stuff and we'll pay you. We'll pay you to clean it up. We'll pay you to find it. We'll pay you to dig it up. It's environmentalism too, because we're going to dig up all the metal and all the garbage, and we're going to recycle it. We're going to put it in our museums. You can come see it. The stuff that's left over, we'll make art out of it. $3 billion, all we need.
This Smithsonian thing is coming back every single time. It might be 3 episodes without it, but then again, you want to start the Smithsonian in every state.
Imagine a city full of free museums copying a city full of free museums in France called Paris. And imagine if we had more cities like that closer to people. You could go there for education as well. We'd have classes. You could learn about this old junk. And like Josh said, the 79 Beetle and the old television. And somebody made an old television work. Oh, this is a great, news story coming out of the new Smithsonian institutions, which we could build easily. With $30 billion, we could also build a Smithsonian on the moon, and we could build one on Mars, and we just have museums everywhere. And then we could get back to arguing over whether the British Museum should give back the Greek items and everything else. So
spending it on blackjack and hookers, I think, is the best option there.